Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Reform overtakes Labour. Well, isn't that a bit of a shock? Reform overtaking Labour? I wonder why that could be. Could it be something to do with Starmer being unpopular? I'm beginning to think it is. I'm beginning to think it is to do with Starmer and Labour being unpopular. I mean, they're making a complete mess, aren't they, of running the country. They're just completely making a complete mess of this. Will Reform and could Nigel Farage be our next Prime Minister and Reform forming a government? I don't think so. I don't think it'll happen. They've got no chance of forming a government because the political establishment won't allow it to happen. They won't allow Reform and Nigel Farage, well, Reform, to get anywhere near government, to forming a government. They won't allow it because you can bet your life that at the next election the political establishment will do everything they can to stop Reform from ever forming a government. Reform won't be allowed, and you won't see Nigel Farage as Prime Minister, but you never know. The voters could shock everybody and put them in power, but I doubt it. It'll never happen. Like I said, the establishment and will find some way of making sure that Reform don't form a government. Besides, I don't think the voters will want them in government anyway. They see them as too right wing and what have you. But stranger things have happened, haven't it, in elections? I mean, we've ended up with this lot in government. These morons, useless Starmer. We've ended up here as Prime Minister. Anything can happen. But like I've said, I don't think so. Because the way our voting system is, it'll be rigged against Reform unless we change it to PR. We have some kind of PR finally have some kind of PR in this country, like they do have in other countries. But the way the system is, it's rigged against parties like Reform, so they'll never be allowed to form a government or see inside Downing Street. You never be, like I've said, the political establishment won't let them in. But it's gonna. You can bet your life that, and of course we've got the globalist elites. They won't allow it. These unseen people who are the real power behind Starmer. I don't think Starmer is Prime Minister. I think he's just Prime Minister in all but name. Yes, but I think there's some sinister forces trying to control Britain, how we vote, trying to find some way of rigging our voting system to favour the two main parties, Labour and the Conservatives. Mind you, there was a poll conducted the other day that says that Labour could lose their majority at the next election and there could be an hung parliament. So I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen. The people of this country have suddenly woke up and begin to realise they shouldn't have voted for Starmer and his and his morons. But they reckon he could lose his majority. He probably will lose his majority, and I think that there will be quite a number of Labour MPs who will be losing their seats at the next election, because they're going to be made to suffer for what they're doing to the country. You thought it was bad under the Conservatives. It's even worse now under this lot. So don't be surprised if Starmer loses his majority and we have a long parliament. So that's what they reckon, but we shall see. But I can't see the people who voted for Labour returning to vote for them again. They'll probably make them suffer. And there'll be quite a few Labour MPs who will be losing their seats at the next election. So, and it'll all be the Starmer's fault. He'll get the blame. I mean, we don't know how much longer Starmer's going to last as Prime Minister, the way things are going. So, who knows? Next year could be the year that Starmer finishes as Prime Minister. But we shall see. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Mr. Politics here signing off. And remember, don't believe the lies.